I'm Beth, I'm from Caldicot. Gareth and Seren are my children, and obviously Jim is my husband-to-be. We are completing more 50 things to do before you're 11 3/4.
No, I've never been close to a beehive. I did like the suits, I wanted to keep them on, really.
No, I've never looked at bees before in that way. Obviously putting the suits on and the nets over the faces.
Children were actually brilliant. Seren got a little bit fidgety at one point, but most of all she was pretty good, and Gareth was pretty relaxed.
Definitely the first time I've done that, yes. And I enjoyed it as well.
Wolves Den is the children's play area at Erddig. Seren got straight into it. Gareth also got straight into it, but obviously Seren required a little bit more help than Gareth did.
Well, the kids had a great time over at Wolves Den. I even had a go myself.
We found a little, I think it was called a summer house, and that was right up Seren's street. She couldn't wait to get in there and make a cup of tea, and then Gareth came to visit. So she made Gareth a cup of tea and some cake. The costumes was actually quite interesting, but it was quite nice to walk around as we would have been in the Victorian era. She did love the costume. For her to be dressed up was really, she even picked her dress up like a proper little lady, and it was so funny.
I really enjoyed the costumes, wearing the costumes, walking around the site with the costume on, getting a few looks.
Well, Daddy he had a big suit on which didn't fit him that much. Mummy, she looked like Little Red Riding Hood.
Gareth and I, we played noughts and crosses together.
And me and Mummy played snakes and ladders. Mummy won.
The light in the fire was fascinating. I never realised it actually could be done that way.
Like watching some kind of magician, the way that he held the straw in his hands and he blew into the straw, and then all of a sudden the fire engulfed.
I can tell you the fire, it wasn't the biggest I've ever seen, but it was the hottest.
Well, we were supposed to be making mud pies on a table. It turned into me and Jim just putting mud over each other's faces.
The mud fight was quite... mud pie making was the highlight.
Was it meant to be a prank?
Not initially, but that's how it ended up.
We forgot that we were adults for a brief period of time. The 50 Things list is a great resource for things to do with your children, but it is really just the starting point of what you can get up to. We've only made a mud pie, I think, today off the list of 50 things, because we've spent all our days in the parkland. I think that was what we needed, was a day outside.
It's just having the freedom of the day, really, to walk around as a family. I'd say come to a place like this is a great day out for the family.
We've had a wonderful day out. It's been absolutely amazing. The children have thoroughly enjoyed themselves, and it's nice to spend time with your family together.